Guys, welcome to another crypto update. We have insanely important news coming up. This crypto update is a little bit earlier. Why? Because we are traveling tomorrow to Germany, and then I will be very busy for business. So let's get into the markets right away. We're gonna talk about BTC, what are the next steps, and three very profitable trades that I just entered, and they look like we can do an easy 100 to 200x or percent in the next couple of weeks because I identified the new trend. I identified the new narrative, and we're going to talk about this. That's going to be very important. So first of all, we can talk about the most important things right now. We have extreme greed where BTC dominance continues to drop a little bit. We are at 56%, 12% Ethereum. That means many people are turning the back away from BTC since it's already very high, but we'll go into the market in a second. And Ethereum is rising. So far as we can see, these are the top performers of the last 7 days. Okay, we have Ethereum, Sandbox, so more like the old coins, Algorand. So Ethereum basically based coins, right? And layer twos are pumping, as you can see, Mana, Tia, Gala. Some of these one, Immutable X, right, is doing 28%. Good that we have some money in there. Phantom. So a lot of the Ethereum stuff is doing very well right now, but we want to be on the next trend. And the next trend is pretty much the Solana ecosystem and the most important Solana coins, which we're going to talk about in a second. In general, what is also very interesting is that NFTs started to pump. I still have good holdings in Bored Ape, Mutant Ape Yacht Club. We have little pudgies and so on. So they did 105%. We are currently sitting at a 1.3 Ethereum floor price. Mutant Ape went to 3.3 Ethereum floor price. So also when Ethereum pumps, it's not only the Ethereum NFT chain, but also basically the coins as we just saw. So and Ethereum right now has a lot of pump. So if we were in Ethereum coins, we did very well in the last 1 to 2 weeks, whether the other coins and the other, let's say, chains weren't performing that well. But we're looking for the new ones to come in, and that's what we're going to talk about here in 1 second together. Now, the very interesting thing is when we go into BTC is that we are currently seeing BTC dropping a little bit. As you can see here, we have this very strong resistance zone, which is $100K dollars per BTC. Since we have insanely strong sell orders over here and sell limit orders. So we kind of bounced back from that, didn't trigger all of them. Right now we are seeing market rising again. And we are kind of preparing to break these 100,000. We still have negative delta, so more sells and sell orders than buy orders over the last couple of candles. Let's say these are 4-hour candles. But all in all, it looks pretty good for us to, really go over the 100K. We're building up this little bit of, resistance over here. As I said, support over here with a lot of buy orders at like 90K. And we are bouncing in between that like a ping pong. And that's normally what market does. Currently in a fair price zone until we dip a little bit below, get these buy orders in to go higher. And then in the chart, it looks like that. We have a bearish sequence, which you can see the blue one here, which is confirmed. But we kind of broke out of it, so already broke this, and we can see that in the market over the last week we had a little bit of fake outs where the market built these bearish orders, and we try to sell in Ripple, very careful, which is normally very difficult. And as I said the last time, be careful selling BTC right now, be careful selling these assets. If you do so as I did with Ripple and hit stop loss, do it with very low risk. But so far, we are in buy orders again. We will talk about them in a second, right? So that's going to be the most valuable thing for you to know in this video. But so far, again, BTC is built a bearish structure. We are bouncing back and forwards, not crossing the 100K, not dropping below the 90K. And that's where it's going to continue a little bit. And either we're going to see a small correction to get more of these buyers in, like a dip like that, and then go up, or we have enough volume with fundamental news, anything that happens in America, any big news for BTC to pump over these 100K. Let's see. So far, I see BTC going more sideways and staying there until we can say more. There's no strong buy. There's no strong sell. We have a bearish confirmed sequence, but it broke out of that. So nothing interesting in BTC right now. That's also why we see BTC dominance dropping, right? Because people are not that interested in BTC right now anymore because, BTC dominance dropping, as we can see very strongly from the high. Until now, we dropped about, more than 10%? Yeah, that's about 7%, right? Whether the total market volume still continues to go up. We just made a new high recently. As you can see over here, we broke this high, which is good because total inflow is coming in. But if BTC dominance, right, is dropping and we still have total volume coming in. That means this money is going somewhere else. And this week and the last week, since our last update, it went pretty much into Ethereum, as we can see over here, right? Ethereum pretty much did the same thing. We had this bearish sequence over here, the blue one, right? And it confirmed, but afterwards it broke out, broke a new high, and we had like a 12% candle basically over 1 or 2 days, which means a lot of volume coming in. And that's what we always say, right? Money flows from BTC into Ethereum, from Ethereum into the layer 2 Ethereum coins, where we saw some push in Solana, right? We saw in general some push in Ripple. It still continues, same thing, right? This is the trade that I tried, a sell over here, broke through it completely. And it's just like, you know, as I said, if you do any sell orders, be very, very careful. There's no reason to sell right now. There was an option to do it and test it out, and we did that, right? But let's go to Ethereum back. So far Ethereum continues to trend up. There's nothing really, for us, there's nothing for us to do here really. We are very, very high. Doesn't make sense to jump in a buy right now and grab another 5 or 10%. There's a lot of other interesting stuff we can do right now in layer 2s for Ethereum, and especially what I just said, I foresee that Solana is going to pump very strong in December, the Solana ecosystem. And that's why we will focus a little bit more on the Solana ecosystem and getting some good entries over there, and we'll talk about that in a second. But before we do that, let's check the volume profile for Ethereum here in a second. And Ethereum USDT, as you can see, we had these legs up, which we predicted, right? We broke the 3.5k. Now we have very, very strong sell orders coming in for Ethereum, where we need to see if we can break this level here at 4,000, right? We had a strong support over here, which we never really touched, but was still interesting. And, you know, as you can see, like very strong sell orders at 4,000, and we have someone 4.3, 4.4, and so on. But there's potential, obviously, to, you know, have especially this leg up now from where we're currently sitting 3.7 to 4,000, right? And that's also what we have over here in the sense of going back to this chart. We still have a lot of potential in Ethereum. That's also why we saw, again, NFTs pumping. But from now on, up to the all-time new target C, right? There is about 125% to go. And these 125% to go are pretty free, right? We have the all-time high in Ethereum at 4.8k from the last run that we need to break, obviously, and we pretty much will do that. And it's going to be very, very interesting. But again, nothing for us to see here, nothing for us to trade here wouldn't make sense. We continue to hold BTC, we continue to hold Ethereum, we're not selling, right? Because we still have these potentials, as always, for BTC to go to 115, 120k, for Ethereum to go to 8k and 10k. And that's what's going to happen, right? But for us to now find good entries and still capitalize, especially in December, there's 3 coins that I just entered into, okay? And again, focus here is the Solana ecosystem, okay? One of them is Injective, okay? Injective is a layer 2 of the Solana ecosystem, and pretty big, pretty well known, right? And Injective currently up to C target, which we always focus on, right? We don't have emotional targets or number targets or anything. We use the SK system, the Fibonacci and Elliott wave theory, which has been proven over the last years to be insanely accurate. And I trade with this since many, many, many years in every market, and my profitability speaks for it. So I follow my system, obviously. And from this entry now, we have still 232% to go. So look, if I'm gonna have profits, as I took some profits in XRP, I took some profit from XLM, right, about 20,000 US dollars, and I put 6,000 into Injective, I put 6,000 into Link, and I put 6,000 into Jupe, right? And the rest, the rest at the end of the day is 6,600. So we have here 6,600, and we have here about 6,400. So 20k divided by 3 plus initial open positions. But yeah, so far, and this is not an investment advice, that's just what I am doing. I bought a big chunk, again 6.4k, already have 1,000 in it, so I have about 7.7k in Injective right now. Because we have these 232% to go. And what's going to pump next, most likely after BTC dominance is dropping, Ethereum and Ethereum layer 2 is pumped, is the Solana ecosystem, okay? So 232% to go here. I have a mental stop loss. I have a trade open too, right, on Bybit, but I also have a mental stop loss for my position if we drop below this. Then I'm going to leave this position at the end of the day. But so far it looks very well. We are reacting. It's a little bit bought into the early pump here, which I don't normally like, but since there's so much potential right now and it's safer, I want to dedicate that amount of money, 7k, or yeah, 7.4k into this coin. Then we have Link, right? Link is also a well-known Solana coin, right, on the Solana chain. And Chainlink currently for the all-time high to go is 202%. Okay, if we hit C target, it's 100%, so we double our investment. Also put 6.5k into this one, and we're holding this position right now. Okay, then we have Jupe, right? Jupe is something that I've been talking a lot. It's on the Solana. It's a decentralized exchange. Meme coins and all these kind of things are traded there, and here we have a potential of 149%, more or less. So 150% from now on. And that's why I dedicated these portions of money there. Why should I make 100% on Ethereum, 50% on BTC, 20% on BTC? If I can make 100 to 200% in Injective, Link, and Jupiter with a very high probability, and that's why I dedicated money over into there, and that's why I'm holding these positions, okay? Now, that's what I'm doing in that sense. When it comes to stocks, MSTR, which is MicroStrategy, which mainly holds BTC, had a drop, obviously with BTC dominance, and they had a short squeeze. Because there were traders and hedge funds selling them, and I bought into them. All right, so I bought the position somewhere over here, and I bought the position somewhere over here this morning. Okay, basically limit order to open on Saturday. So I'm getting into MSTR a little bit. There's a theory that I'm currently checking and educating myself on, which I'm going to present you guys, which is going to be very, very interesting, because if you understand the way MSTR, MicroStrategy, and Michael Saylor, they work, there's some good things that you can do with that. But I will work on that theory, and I will present it to you guys in the next times. It takes a little bit of dedication, time, and resources, and asking some people if that makes sense, and then you can have a very big upside. Okay, besides that, nothing very interesting else in the markets, right? Volume profiles look pretty good. We are pumping, Ethereum coins are pumping, Ripple continues to pump for what I see. All right, we took 50% out of our profits so far, and the reason for that is that because look, now XRP pumped so hard, we have about 50% to go. Why would I make 50% on XRP if I can make 100 to 200% on Injective, on Link, on Jupe, right? So we took out some profits, dedicated it over. And besides that, obviously, again, all the Ethereum coins are pumping. Popcat is okay, right? Is doing something over here. There's an entry right now in Popcat that you could try. Definitely gonna do that after this video. And then, yeah, the other ones already are pumping. Dog with Fed reacted. Ton is doing pretty well. We have big money in Ton. Finally moving a little bit and doing something over here. And again, all the other ones are already pretty high. We will focus on Solana next time and the smaller coins. So now we talked about the biggest one, Jupe, and so on, right? But we will focus on the smaller ones too, getting some entries over there. So the only big new investment positions that I have, as I told you guys before, is Injective, Link, and Jupe. I continue to hold my Ethereum. I continue to hold my BTC. I opened an invested position into MSTR. The only trade position we have open right now with high leverage is is Injective. And that's the game plan for this upcoming week. We are pretty high most of the other assets. That's why we focus on these ones. And besides that, guys, everything as always comes into 50min crypto. 50min crypto is divided in free and premium. Free is for everyone. Link is going to be below. We have a current Black Friday offer, which ends by Sunday. Today is Saturday, which means you can join with $1.15, and then second month you pay the normal package, which is $19.99. Here you get all the trade ideas, all the knowledge, insane profitable trade ideas. I keep everyone up to date what I do. It's the only group that you will need, and a 50min time and invest every day. That's why it's called 50min. To know everything about the markets, we're gonna call the tops, and we obviously educate you guys on what we're doing. We are 3 very, very strong traders, more than 8 years of experience. And the cool thing about all of this is that we update you on a daily basis. As I, for example, just explained, I just bought Injective, Link, and Jupe, each for $6,000. I believe they have the potential to go gains at 100 to 200%. So every information for you is going to be here. And with that being said, guys, I see you hopefully by next week. Hopefully I can manage to do a video because I'm traveling. I have events. I have big events for the TPR community, which is my own trading community where you can learn trading and investing. And all the links and all the information is below. With that being said, stay safe in trading, and we see us in the next one.